Hello, I'm back with some awesome new games and replay today. The Cameo YMCA Friendship Tournament has actually started. The first game was played. This is unbelievable. And to celebrate this, and also some people have really appreciated like my hammock and how I am streaming these games. I have this awesome new gadget here to celebrate the World Championships. No, it's this time. It's not the World Championships. It is the Friendship Tournament. So I have this nice hat here, and I'm really happy that the first game is played. So let's watch the replay. Go straight into it. So we have one team here. This is TeaCommissar and DavidWasLos on the left side of the map, Rügenwalde. And on the right side, we have 333 GGG and K3X. So I have heard that 3GGG is a pretty strong Cameo player, and Team Commissar is also not that bad, but 3GG should be really good, I heard. On the other hand, DavidWasLos is a little bit more experienced than K3X, who is not really experienced and has not played YMCA, I don't know, at all, or he just wanted to join for the tournament, so very curious to see that. Okay, we see the first infantry units here. That looks pretty strong. Quite good opening by 3GG. Maybe, I don't know why he's going so straight for the tech. On this map you can do that, I don't know. But I wouldn't do it. I would recommend to get more production facilities to ramp up more units, because you get a lot of money from this blue Tiberium. But it's what it is. On the other side, we have the TeaCommissar. I played with him in the Cameo tournament. He's quite a good player. He's a team guy. So I think he might do a good job here. He already has a Hind. That's pretty cool. An early Hind can be devastating on these advanced power plants. The rocket soldiers should be a threat, so maybe the Hind should not go into infantry. Sadly, he does not decide to make any use of it, because early aircraft, here's the first fight. I think it's not very defining. So this is so good. Someone had this idea that my position here would even look even more ridiculous with this cap. And I think he was totally right. Maybe, I think it was even DavidWasLos. I'm not so sure. Okay, there's some nice Russians spectating the game. We have 3 spectators, Aedis, SBHBS and Landier. I think the latter of the two are Russians. So I have no idea what they are writing. I think from the context of what they are writing, I think they are saying that YMCA is like the best game in the world. So that's quite accurate. I have to agree here. We have rocket hail bikes. Maybe not the best answer to these artillery. Oh, and the Tesla boys, they just fry the tank. I have heard from some guys who tested out a little bit of YMCA and were training for this tournament. They said that the rocket bike is overpowered. It might be too strong. I think artillery is a pretty good answer and should actually win against these rocket bikes. The rocket bikes are really squishy, really mobile, and they are quite similar, but they have more range. They are not as mobile as the rocket bikes. They don't shoot as many strong rockets, but more range is like an advantage here, I think, especially against these lightly armored rocket bikes. But now he's building more of them. He has PDL on them. That's a pretty big advantage against the Nona SVKs. I'm not so sure if we should look more into this fight or more to the peripheral. So this guy here is building bomber. Okay. This guy, I'm not so sure. The colors of both players are very similar. So this is from the player who's at bottom. I think, yes. Oh, that's really... So, okay, I see. Both are Allied. No, this is Soviet. So the Allied units are from the bottom player, DavidWasLos. And the darker blue No, yeah, and the darker blue are from TeaCommissar, who's playing Soviets, or like North Korea. North Korea has a bit more lighter units than other Soviets, is a bit more early game focused, can rush a little bit better. I think he's taking a good advantage here. The prism cannons don't do much value because they suck against infantry, but they're more like anti-heavy units. And the artillery guys are really clearing up. I think it looks pretty good for the team on the west side of the map. They have more units, they are properly pushing. The PDL is a very good decision. That's exactly what is needed against this artillery. Sadly, the Nona SVKs are a quite special infantry because they have high fire rate, low damage. So they are okay at breaking PDL systems, point defense laser, so they intercept incoming projectiles. I think a pretty good response here would be the rocket bikes in combination with just more infantry, a little bit of machine gun guys, and also he has no PDL himself, or maybe just a few like this one tank here, and I don't know if he even has a second of these tanks. And I think some artillery of Not would also work, some SSM launchers would work. There's quite some options here, I guess. But of course he does not have anti-air, so just some Apaches. He's market, so the laser, the Venoms. The Venoms would also make short process of this army, as this army almost has no. I think it does not even have a single anti-air unit. So it would be nice if K3X would come to the rescue. He has some air units. He could maybe, if he places a good bomber run on these units, he could turn the tide. It's looking really, really bad for a team on the east. So now some useless tanks are coming. These are actually not really good. They have no PDL system. They will just get fried by the shock troopers, so we don't expect much. He should do, yeah. So I think it looks really, really bad. The guys will lose here, I think. But let's see how this unfolds. Okay, I see. I think that's already over. The blue army is just pressing through. It's wreaking havoc on the base. There's a missile silo that's going down soon. Really, really heavy artillery in combination with the prism cannons. Infantry, as long as it's protected by point defense lasers, could win this game. Also, air units would be like the obvious easy counter. Sadly, he doesn't build air units, and the air units here are doing another job, like bombing this base, which is not the worst idea, but now that he has like flak cannons, it's maybe not a good idea. It's not gonna pay off. But here it's already looking grim and horrible. So I think the first game will be won by DavidWasLos and TeaCommissar. Really, really good play, good opening of the tournament. I'm so proud of you guys that you finally found a date and really made a game. That's unbelievable. It is the IQ over 500 style. I am impressed. Really good. Okay, nice. I think this army is no longer stoppable. And I have to say, for K3X, someone who has not played this game at all, he's already doing a good job. He got his economy up. I think for this map, it's even too many refineries. He should get more war factories and just build more tanks, not the basic shit. Not just the battle tank, but get some upgrades on the battle tank, like point defense laser, or in this case, maybe reflector against the prism cannons. And then I think he would be a decent ally for 333 GG. Maybe it would have even made sense to learn the game a little bit in beforehand, because just 5 games and you know a lot more. Like, the learning curve at the beginning is very steep. You understand many things just by playing 1, 2, 3 or 5 games. Okay, this game is over. I think it was a good game. Also, knowing this guy from playing Age of Empires, I'm quite sure he would be a good ally if he trained a little bit more and looked around the game, how it works. So I would not write off this team for the tournament. Let's go He's still in there? Yeah, he has not given up, but it doesn't make sense. There's no chance he can hold that. And I think he's going to... Yeah, okay, that's the point where he gives up. Nice, let's go into the second match. Like the first match, the first team has picked the map. This was Rügenwalder. It's a very resource-heavy map. I think Rügenwalder is quite a good map for team games because there's like one choke point where the main battle is happening, but you can also get on the bottom from the south. You can get in with some air units, or you can also land some tanks. There's the call for ban Aedis. I think makes a lot of sense. Aedis banning improves the experience for everyone. You should always do that if you can. And he says TAC. Of course he says TAC because he agrees it makes a lot of sense to ban Aedis. And then of course some Russian that very likely says that YMCA is the best game in the world. And we have the same team in blue, DavidWasLos and TeaCommissar on the top left, and on the top right, lower bottom right, there's 3GG and K3X. I'm very curious if they have learned stuff from the first game, especially for K3X. There's a lot to learn since he has no experience in the game. We'll see what happens now. Okay, we see Engineer here. He understands how this game works, gets the oil derricks for more income. That's really good. And there's again Heinz. We are all curious if they will get some value out of the game, and it looks like this time he's going for it. Okay, that's not a bad decision. It just like resets what the engineer has done. He should just continue and do more havoc in the base, but that's that. Let's just zoom out a little bit and see. Oh, there's a big heavy tank, but that has no chance against prism cannons since they are really good against heavy armored units. But then the rocket bikes are good to get the purpose drones. He should keep attacking. That's something he can win with the rocket bikes. Sadly, he does not go for it. This is a hit and run unit. You should like constantly engage, wreak havoc, bring home your damage. Just make the unit pay for itself. It's always a good idea. It's always a good decision. Do it. But yeah, the multi-purpose drones, they really suck against these rocket bikes. Go for the fight. But I mean, you only have squishy units. I'm not so sure if that's a good decision. Maybe you should also get some tanky shit in the mix as well. Nice. K3X is now getting Apocalypse tanks. That's actually a very good addition to the rocket bikes. Maybe you should get some upgrade on the tank. I see you are playing Russia, so for sure you can get upgrades on your units. Maybe because you're playing the first time, you don't know that upgrades exist. It's on the right in the lower menu. It's always a good idea to get some army mixed together that has some point defense laser, that has some reflector armor. If you have a good mix, your army improves a lot. It's not just like it's a little bit better, it helps a lot. So I think the infantry is a really big problem because these buggies are anti-air buggies. They have anti-air laser, so not so sure how this will unfold. The rocket bikes take out a prism cannon. Nice. He should just keep harassing with the rocket bikes. Attack, attack, and go back and forth all the time. That's so important. Because these units, they are really strong, but only if they... Yeah, that's how you do it. You just go in, shoot some missiles, go out, go in, go out. That's the basic playstyle. Then you just take out unit by unit. That's the not playstyle. I think you're doing it good now. It looks really, really good. Your army is so small. The enemy has so much more. Oh shit, this crap here. And the army is so big. But if you keep doing this stuff, take out stuff, rebuilding, build more of your own shit, you can win this actually. Oh my god, there's an iron curtain on it, but it's already over now. So the guys are frozen, the guys are damaged, the guys go down. How sad. Yeah, I think it again is decided by a very good team play of TeaCommissar and DavidWasLos. Both guys build units, they are together. They build units that like help each other. The prism cannons are good against heavy tanks. The Nona SVKs are good against light armored units and infantry. Again, they suck like shit against air, but the other guys are not building any air units at all. So the main counter is not on the field and the team gives up. Okay, it was a good match. I think the first match was a bit more exciting. A bit more shit was happening. But I am excited. I loved the first matchup of the tournament. I'm really curious to see more. I am also impressed, like, the players are not building total bullshit. They understand that this game scales fast. They build more weapons factories. They build refineries. So that's all very interesting. I think the next thing we have to see, maybe more on maps like Rügenwalde and not so much on this map, is to get more construction yards. So you build buildings faster, you can scale up more, and you can explode like crazy. But still, it was a good match. I'm out. Have a good day.